It's time for the Mo 2014 Millennial HepCat comparison. The manufacturer's, of course, trying to go for a younger crowd. And thanks to Harley Davidson, we've been able to keep our Street 750 most of the summer, cruising around on it, really enjoying it. It's a total different kind of a Harley than you've ridden. More about that later. We've got kind of an outlier here in the Moto Guzzi V7 Stone. Is more a standard, of course, or more a sport bike, but it's a V-twin. It kind of fits in the group. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's the same price area. We got a Honda CTX 700 that we rode about 2 weeks ago to Yosemite. Had a great time on it, so we put that in the mix. It's in the same price category. It's actually the least expensive of all of them. And the old Honda Shadow Phantom, ironically probably the oldest bike in the test. I think they built the first 600 Shadow in about 1988. So yeah, kind of a potpourri of bikes that are meant to attract a younger, hipper, more impecunious crowd, which is the reason why we brought my own HepCat millennial generation offspring Ryan along to help us test these things. I'm sure he'd rather be doing something else, but you know, if he wants to keep eating, this is it. Okay, so we're going to go ride the bikes. We'll report back later. We did ride around on these babies all day, and I think what we learned is what we already knew, is that being hip, it's not a matter of being millennial or any age. Could be hip at any age, even as old as you, Tom. And I think for me, and there's kind of everybody kind of has a different idea of the bike that they like the best. I think it was me, I would, if I was buying one of these, I'd go with the least expensive one, and the one that gets 62.5 miles a gallon will be the CTX 700 Honda. Pretty good suspension, pretty good brakes, a nice engine to me. It's not the fastest engine here, but it's not the slowest either. It's amazing the Honda Shadow kind of feels like a 20-year-old Harley, because it was based on trying to be a Sportster back in the day, and now the new Street 750 kind of feels like a 20-year-old Honda to me. It's a smooth running engine, it's the most powerful bike here. It's click shifting 6-speed transmission. It's a nice little motorcycle. Some people might pick it.
Some people might, John, but you know, as you were saying earlier, you know, these Shadows been around since '88, and most of us, I don't think were around back then, so we'll just have to take your word for that. Oh. But if you wanted to be practical, I think, yes, your CTX would probably be the best bike here for, you know, mileage, price, best overall construction, like you're saying, suspension, everything. But if I remember correctly, the actual only real millennial hipster here, Ryan, said something about this not being the prettiest bike. So in your mind, you might be cool. But Ryan, do you think your dad would be very cool riding around on this thing?
No.
No.
One word's all it takes.
Nope. Do you think I'd be cool riding around on any of them?
Possibly.
Oh, look at
Possibly.
that.
The Guzzi or something.
There's hope for you yet.
You raised a good one, Johnny.
Which bike would he be the coolest on?
The Guzzi for sure.
The Guzzi.
The Guzzi.
Why so?
The Guzzi is like the coolest bike here. It's just like, it's all cafe racer, which I'm super into. And I'm completely biased on style, so I think that thing's the coolest thing.
Yeah, the other bikes, I mean, we've got sort of a nostalgic, standard cafe looking. I mean, the V7s have been around since the 70s, so they've kind of got that, you know, hipster genre going with them by default.
I think I have an old soul because I really like that Phantom.
This Phantom?
Yeah, that one right there. It's really refined, I think, but it should be, considering it's been around since dirt was new, so it should be well refined. But the engine's smooth. The seat's really low and really wide and well padded. The transmission is super slick. You know, it's only got 38 horse. Not gonna rip your arms off, but it's nice. And I can't believe I'm saying this about the Shadow, being the sport bike guy, whatever that I am. And I'm sure you guys were thrown off when I said this morning, I really like the Shadow, but I really like the Shadow. It really boggles my mind. But if we're talking about engines, that Street 750, I think, impressed all of us. I know I wasn't expecting the kind of performance that the Harley has, but the thing goes, it makes the most horsepower here. It rips, and I was shocked. Weren't you, Tom? I mean, we were both shocked at how much that thing just rips.
It is a rare shootout when we can say that the Harley was the fastest, best handling bike out
And
of
vibrates
the
the
group.
least.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of a rare shootout too, and 53 horsepower wind takes it all. It takes the prize.
Now, it is wonderful. I think there's a lot to be said about Harley with this liquid-cooled Street 750 format. I've been talking about it today, and I'll say it again here. I think, John, you mentioned it in your original, review of this when the bike was launched. It's kind of got this exposed wiring all over the place, and it looks a little cobbled together, and there's kind of like some pot metal used here and there. And you think of Harley Davidson, I usually think, okay, expensive and, quality bike, regardless of what you think about Harley. I mean, they do, make, quality motorcycles in the genre that they're in. And I come up and I walk to this, and it's sort of a letdown to me in terms of what I would expect, because it's the second most expensive bike here. So I've got lesser bikes in the form of the Hondas, and that Street 750 doesn't match these two Hondas in terms of
Fit and finish.
Fit and finish, thank you.
But you have to admit it outstyles them in cool, though. And I simply have to direct you to the Harley Davidson official parts and accessories catalog. You could probably be able to fix all that cosmetic stuff in the future with a few extra dollars as you go along. Hip is in the eye of the beholder. The Millennial Falcon over here likes the Moto Guzzi. He got to spend a whole summer with the Street 750 Harley, though, and we had a great time on it.
We really have to go with what the real Millennial Hipster says. This is the Millennial Hipster Shootout, and if he kind of says the Guzzi is the bike of choice here, we kind of have to go with what he says.
I mean, I like the Guzzi more than just the style, too. Like, I think that engine feels super cool. Like, I feel like it has, like, way more personality than these other bikes, kind of.
It has a sound to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that a lot. And I'd probably go with the Harley at the second, and then the Shadow, and then the CTX in my book.
Oh, he takes the CTX last when I picked it first. Who could have guessed that would happen?
He's rebelling against you, Dad.
Join us next time as we beat up on the kid again. Somehow or other, we'll get even.
All right, so for now, we know what Ryan's subjective choices are. He's picking the Guzzi, the Harley, the Shadow, and the CTX. Now, normally what we do is we go back, we talk, look at notes, fill out the scorecard. We're going to have Ryan also fill out a scorecard to see if his numbers stand up and jive with his subjective choices of what is the Millennial Hipster bike here. So we're going to go back and do that, and if you want to know the final score of what us old guys have to say against the young hipster down here, go to motorcycle.com and read the story.